As a business owner, do you ever wonder if your business ever closes early when you aren't there? Or if it opened on time this morning? Stop wondering. With smarter business security powered by Alarm.com, get alerts sent directly to your phone when your business opens and closes. An all-in-one service that helps you understand who's coming and going in one store or across all your store locations. Know everything that's happening at your business with smarter business security powered by Alarm.com. See how by visiting alarm.com/business today.
And we are live.
Hello and welcome back. It is the West Coast Crossover, and I am JD.
And this is Jeremiah the Prophet, and it's the podcast where if your team ain't the Lakers, they're trash, and if your podcast ain't this, it's weak as fuck.
Facts. Free agency, trades, max contracts, LeBron, Kawhi, whole bunch of talk about this offseason. It's already lit, ain't even started yet, but Prophet, why don't you let them know what's happening right off of the rip?
Yo, you already know what's happening. I heard a Woj bomb drop and my phone start buzzing. All kind of texts from JD and my cousin. Scrolling through these articles and nobody believes Kawhi wants a trade. And not only will he leave, he want to come to LA, most specifically the Lakers. The whole landscape of the league about to shake up. Remember people said LA don't matter no more? Like niggas stop living sunshine and the baddest of hoes ain't even make the playoffs and we the main team popping. I seen the whole thing coming. That's why they call me Prophet. I knew Magic and Pelinka get they tampering on. For next Kawhi and Paul George to come on back to their home. And you can quote me on this. Now listen, believe it or not, I think we already straight with the team that we got. Not only the young dudes ball, but we gonna win more games. And we got a shot at anybody, and that includes LeBron James.
LeBron James, and that is not the only name that we are going to be touching on. Yo, the latest breaking news, all you Laker fans, I'm sure you are aware, is that this morning, according to Adrian, we would just call him Woj, Kawhi met with the Spurs, and he let them know he ain't feeling them too much, and he wants to be traded, preferably, however you want to say that, to the Los Angeles Lakers. LA specifically, but definitely the Los Angeles Lakers. So you throw that into the mix of what's already going on with all the drama happening with LeBron, Paul George, and whoever else the Lakers might be targeting over the free agency period this summer. Man, we got a lot to talk about. So, yo, let's just jump right on into it. Prophet, yo, let's start off with today's big news, man. How are you feeling? What are you thinking about Kawhi letting it be known that he wants a trade, and specifically to the Lakers?
Bro, I don't know how accurate all of that shit is because they did mention that it had not been reported to the Spurs officially in the same way that it's been reported on the news. That's just what I heard. But nigga, I'm sitting at work, my phone goes off, and it makes the fucking sound, nigga. Woj bomb, nigga. I was like, oh! I grabbed my phone, nigga, and then at the same time, bloop, 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 bloop. JD is texting me over the other side, and we're like, oh, it's going down right now, man. Well, I don't want to get too excited about all that because you know how this kind of shit tends to go. A nigga will try to use his muscle and his leverage, and it could take a long while, but it did get the gears to turn and got me thinking in all kind of different directions what the Lakers might be able to do, man. And we could talk about some of those ways this shit could go.
Man, let's go ahead and chop this up for a little minute about Kawhi because, yeah, we have speculated on it before. However, today's news kind of pushes that narrative forward a little bit, you know, so I'm really wondering exactly how will the Lakers play this? You know what I'm saying? Greg Popovich has already made it known that he's not really down with dealing with the Lakers too much.
Yeah, he said he don't fuck with us
right?
at all.
At all, which is basically him doing his negotiation, trying to drive up that asking price. Well, if I'm going to fuck with y'all got to give me a lot. Now, on that other hand, though, if Kawhi's making it known that he wants to go to the Lakers and San Antonio's trying to trade him to somebody else, why would you trade for Kawhi, give away all your assets, and have him for 1 year when he's letting it be known that he wants to go to the Lakers? So there's a little bit of leverage for the Lakers on that end. So
well, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, though. Just to be clear.
Break it down.
In order for the Lakers to know that they have an absolute fucking a great chance at getting both LeBron James or Paul George, Kawhi Leonard would actually have to be the first domino for a few reasons. As far as salary cap goes, they need to figure that out ASAP because They would have to renounce the rights to Julius Randle pretty quick, which is already on a timetable,
Yes, sir.
on whether or not they're going to do that. They would also have to get rid of Luol Deng's contract.
Yeah.
And the fact that, it's not a lock that LeBron would want to come here at all any damn way. Or Paul George for that matter, no matter what we've been reported, they for a few reasons, they would need to, if they have a chance at getting a superstar like that, they need to pull the trigger and go for that shit if that's what they want to do. That's the other question. Would the Lakers want to trade enough to get that dude into the building? Period.
So wait a minute. So let's stop right there. So if they were to trade for Kawhi, what do you think a trade like that looks like? Because I'm guessing in my own heart that at the very least, you're looking at 1 first-round draft pick and 2 of the young core 4, let's call them, of Ingram, Ball, Kuzma, and Randall. What do you think that trade looks like? Am I fucking tripping, or am I off? Am I too low, too high?
Well, the things that I've been hearing out there makes it sound like you're too high, and I'll tell you why. The one of the things that I've heard being proposed, and it sounded pretty reasonable to me, was the Lakers possibly trading 2 of our young stars, a future first round pick, and possibly even more than that, a future second round to add on to it, plus Luol Deng's contract to match, because it would take a big contract to match it. It would to trade
match
Kawhi Leonard to come back. Obviously, the Lakers would have to give up much to get anyone to take the Luol Deng contract, let alone grab Kawhi Leonard. But if the Lakers were able to give up, say, Lonzo and Kyle Kuzma and a first-round pick and possibly more, plus Luol Deng, they could maybe pry them out of their hands and unload Deng's contract at the same time.
Wow.
So
Go ahead.
So I was just going to wrap that up by saying, if the Lakers did not include Deng into that equation, then I believe that those 2 young stars and possibly even just a second round pick or something like that would be more than enough to get Kawhi Leonard in the door. Because you got to think about it, like you said, if the Spurs decide, if this goes on for a while and Kawhi Leonard decides to say, look, I'm only going to resign in LA. That's where I want to go. I want LA and New York or whatever. He just picks 2 teams or something and really hamstrings everybody else. Then the price is going to drive down, and the Spurs can't be, hampered by that. The Spurs have to kind of act quickly if they're going to do something.
Facts. And I think that the Lakers can always use back channels and Rob Pelinka's relationships to also find out from Kawhi and his people if they would actually be willing to wait and sign in free agency, those little shady backdoor conversations, and maybe even take that into consideration and let Kawhi know, look, we'll bring you in. We just got to, keep things on the low this year, maybe only bring in 1 person. But to your point, you brought up, in a trade scenario, you brought up Kyle Kuzma's name. And for me personally, I'm like, man, that's the one name you can't put in there. I wanted to ask you, out of those 4 players, how would you rank them as far as who would be the most expendable? For instance, for me, as much as I sing his praises, I would have to put Julius Randle at the top of that list of players that's most tradable, followed by Lonzo Ball. And to me, you might be able to flip-flop those 2 at this point. Then Ingram, and I think the most untradeable is Kyle Kuzma. You do whatever you can to hang on to him in this type of situation. How would you list those guys in order from those 4?
My nigga, you may not agree with it. I know you don't agree. You just said, but I pretty much would put Kuzma towards the very bottom of that list. And here's why I say that, is that Julius Randle, for one, you can do shit with him unless he agrees to it at this point. He's going into restricted free agency. If the Lakers hold on to that cap and match his offers or whatever, they have a chance with him. But he'd have to agree to a sign and trade. So,
hey, San Antonio's not that far from Dallas, man.
Hey, it's true, which is very true. But that's not something that they can just count as an asset the same as they can the other 3 people.
That is facts.
All right. The reason why I say Kyle Kuzma is not because I'm hating on the boy. He's a baller, and I like him a lot. But there is a high chance, man. I really believe, I hope it's not the case, but there's a high chance that he's kind of peaking, bro, or that you can really sell high on him at this point. The dude is the oldest. He's one of the oldest of that whole group, if not the oldest.
Of the rookies and stuff. Yeah.
Right? He is basically a 4-year college player that's coming in and scoring a lot. And scoring more than all your typical rookies. But he's not the typical rookie, man, if you really break it down like that. But he is he did make the all-rookie team. You know, he balled out this year. He has a good buzz, solid buzz going for him, and a good reputation going right now. He has the most value out of those dudes, I think, right now. So when you look at potential versus value on the market, Kyle Kuzma is like a very, very tradable asset, in my opinion. I would rather trade him than Brandon Ingram. I'd rather trade him than because you still have more potential with Brandon Ingram, in my opinion, on both sides of the ball. And Lonzo, not only it's the very opposite of Kyle Kuzma. Not only do I believe he has a lot more potential going forward of growth, but he also has probably the least trade value out of those because of the reputation going on right now. So I mean, I have to say Kyle Kuzma the most tradable, then Brandon Ingram, then Lonzo Ball, and I'd exclude Julius Randle altogether.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have to humbly disagree. But since you bring up Ball and Kuzma, man, you are the resident MC. I got to know what your take was on that diss track and how things are going between those two and the little fun beef that they're having on social media and whatnot.
Bro, I think that is fun, man. And when I first saw it, like, that's dope. I loved it, man, just because I was thinking, not that his bars was blowing me away or no shit like that. Just that, like, I wish I was in the NBA doing that kind of shit. If I was a player, you know, that's the kind of shit I feel like me and my homeboys would be doing if we had a good enough relationship to do that. You feel me? I heard that Magic and the Lakers organization reached out to the young Bulls and said, y'all, tone it down, simmer down now with the insult and name calling back in the backseat. But I really feel like that's uncalled for, really, because their little roasting sessions that they do with each other, in my opinion, if I was a player around the league, and maybe it's just me, I'd be thinking, man, them niggas have fun over there, bro. They like each other.
That's an interesting take on it. I had a totally different one, man. I would be like, yeah, they have fun. They're having a little bit too much fun. And this might be the curmudgeon old man in me, dog. But just like you said, they're like two little niggas in the back seat, dog. And we're both parents. We've been in that situation where you've seen your kids fucking around, playing around. And as an adult, you know that shit is about to get out of hand. Somebody's about to get punched or hit a little too hard, and they're about to start fighting for real.
Yeah.
So to me, that's what it felt like when I saw this. I was actually like, yo, that's the best bars I actually ever heard spit. Quentin Miller, did you write that?
You don't got his album, bro. You don't got his album like I do.
No,
that's in heavy rotation in my house.
I will not have his album. But anyway, but that's what it reminded me of, where a parent needs to step in, where you got to step in and be like, look, y'all niggas need to fucking chill the fuck out and shut up before I whoop the fuck off in both y'all asses. Magic Johnson had to step up like that type of parent and tell them to shut the fuck up. Because honestly, look, I'm older now, you know what I'm saying? But the free agents that they're trying to attract are older too. And they might be looking at it like, man, I don't got time for that little kiddie shenanigan shit. You know, and they might be looking at it too like, man, y'all niggas is cool to a certain degree, but y'all niggas is doing a little bit too much. It's that moment, man, when you're looking at somebody that might be your homeboy. You know, they've only known each other for like a year. Right. But you've been in that situation even with your homie where you've been like, hey, look, for real, we're playing a little bit too much. You know, and you got it at that point when you say that, you got it in your heart where if he keep playing, I'm just going to steal off on him. And it is what it is. So to me, I think they see that coming and they're trying to head that off. And again, they're trying to show a certain reputation to all these free agents that are a little bit older, a little bit more mature, and they're past that stage. I can understand where they might have stepped in. Plus, Magic and them are older, dog. So they're really going to look at that and be like, what the fuck are you young kids doing? So I can really understand where they came in and say, yo, I understand y'all kids, but y'all also some professionals. Y'all really need to keep this professional at some level. So this is the line. Y'all there. Don't go past it. I get that, and I'm with it.
Yeah, you know what? I actually feel you, especially when you talk about the parent thing. You know, obviously, shit could get out of hand, dog. You know what I'm saying? And you could kind of see that shit coming. It's only a matter of time before somebody goes extra foul and somebody's feelings get hurt. You know, but on the flip side, I was, I'm really not for a lot of fucking the big brotherhood of the NBA and these other leagues with people's social media and all that shit. I understand they got to do what they got to do for professionalism, but like I said, I still think, like, when I look at the Warriors, man, and I see these niggas clowning around, I see these niggas laughing a whole lot. To me, I mean, it's different than what the Lakers got going on, obviously.
Yeah, because I don't get a sense of immaturity from them when they doing it. Maybe Draymond.
Kind of, dog. Kind of. I do. I'm not going to lie. I kind of do, dog. Steph Curry, too. Steph Curry with some of his shit, it looks like, you know what I'm saying, a badass little kid.
Like on the court, though, you mean? Like when he's doing
I'm talking about, period. They when I see them around each other, they joke and they giggle through the press conferences, nigga, whisper and giggle with each other and shit like some little kids. To me, I could tell that they're having a bunch of fun, and it just gives me a vibe of like, man, if you go over there, I know what KD's talking about with his wax. When he said that, man, it looked like they're having so much fun over there. I want to be part of that, you know? And I kind of get a little bit of that vibe with the Lakers. To me, like, Josh Hart don't seem salty. He gets roasted all the time. You know what I mean? None of them. Yeah, none of them seem salty about it, dog. They laugh and people came to Lonzo's back, and you can tell it's cool, man. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about that. I really do believe that it's a great environment going on over there. And maybe they're just trying to keep it like that. You feel me? Which I can respect.
Yeah. So then, anyway, man. Oh, also, I wanted to talk to you before even all this Paul George stuff. I mean, not Paul George. Kawhi Leonard stuff broke. There was talk about LeBron coming over to the Lakers and the possibility of him bringing over with him not Paul George, but CP3. And I personally didn't like that too much because I know you got to max out CP3 for at least the next 4 years, and it's going to be good for the first two. But man, CP3 at $40 million a year, and he's 36 years old. That's really when I'm not feeling that kind of contract or bringing him over. What do you think about CP3 possibly coming over with LeBron and that type of talk that was happening?
Hell to the no, nigga. That's what I think about that. Look. I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Chris Paul right now is, in my opinion, call me what you want to out there in Lakerland, man, he is the best, and I said BEST best, point guard in the NBA today. Right now, at 36 years old, I know who the fuck Steph Curry is. I know about Kyrie Irving and Damian Lillard and all them niggas. I heard all of them. If I could pick any point guard right now to run my team healthy, today would be Chris Paul. But that nigga is not going to be healthy tomorrow. And the damn show ain't going to be healthy 3 years from now, nigga. So
hell no.
I cannot fuck with it, not one bit.
Facts, bro. I do. If that LeBron recruitment has anything to do with Chris Paul coming over with him, I am not with that at all. It already looks like PG-13 is aligning himself to become a Laker. At least that's what it feels like. Like you said, looking at social media, all the different reports out there. I mean, obviously, we're not going to know nothing until July 1st, first week of July at the soonest, at the earliest. But damn, man, there's a lot going on to give the Laker fans a lot of hope about this roster change coming up.
So just to make sure I heard you clearly, because you and I, we have a lot of people out there in Lakerland that are listening to us right now. Believe it or not, there's a lot of niggas right now listening saying, man, fuck that LeBron James. That nigga pussy boy, that nigga powder ass nigga, and so they don't want LeBron already. You and I have always said, nigga, fuck that. Bring me some LeBron. But if LeBron had to come with Chris Paul, you mean to tell me you're like, nah, never mind, nigga, I'm cool on LeBron. Was that what you're saying? If he had to come with Chris Paul, would you be cool on it?
Man, look, this is the thing with LeBron. I'm like, yeah, bring LeBron on. But if you remember, I kind of got there reluctantly. I was dragging my feet on that a bit. And I just had to ultimately be like, look, man, LeBron's the best player in the world. Obviously, he's going to make these dudes better. Bring LeBron. But you bring in CP3, him not having that same effect, but him having that major effect on the cap. LeBron coming in definitely puts a ripple in that youth movement that the Lakers have been doing, but I think that's okay with LeBron. I just don't think that's okay when you factor in CP3. I could be totally wrong. That scenario could happen and CP3 balls out and he's totally worth it. But man, I just do not see that happening. And if you include CP3 in that deal, I really believe you need to take a step back and be like, wait a minute. We need to talk to some of these other free agents and see what we can do here as far as constructing a better team, because committing to CP3 for 4 years and what, 160, 180 million dollars. That's going to be a tough pill to swallow.
Yeah, that would be a tough pill to swallow, man. And as you're talking, I'm thinking about it and saying, nigga, yeah, hell nah, man. Not, aging superstars. We've tried that shit before. The Warriors
He's going to be
still
33 when the season starts. It's going to be 33.
Yeah. LeBron looked like he might be able to go for a good minute, nigga. But
yeah,
Chris Paul, that nigga can't even go now.
Other human on the planet. He's built different.
But at the same time, when I'm looking at the fucking rosters out there, and I'm looking at what's going on, man. When I look at the Lakers, dude, I have a lot of excitement for the future. You get, nigga, when you hear about a trip you got coming up, nigga, and you're like, ooh, yeah, we going over there. It's gonna be tight, nigga. We going to Bahamas. People gonna be blah blah blah. But then you don't know, nigga. You ain't never been there before. When you get to Bahamas, you don't realize how many fucking homeless people is around the Bahamas and niggas begging and shit. And you didn't have that in your mind, dog. You thought it was gonna be all love and fucking sandy beaches, right?
Palm trees and sunshine.
Right. Nigga, I really liked D'Angelo Russell before he was drafted. Before the season started, nigga, I went to Vegas, dog. I watched Summer League, and this nigga was eating niggas up, crossing them up, and I'm like, ooh, nigga, I told you he was hard, nigga. Then he came into the league. He had a bunch of turnovers, but he was showing some promise, and I'm like, oh, nigga, in the next couple of years, that nigga could be shit. I'm not saying that he's not a baller. He went to New Jersey and did his thing. But the shit is looking a little more suspect every day. You know what I'm saying? The further it goes on, the less of that fucking excitement I got going on. Nigga, if the Lakers were to trade trade for LeBron and bring old ass Chris Paul and fuck it, nigga, and they brought old ass, fucked up, bum knee ass Melo and whoever the fuck else them niggas wanted to bring. Listen to what I'm saying. Just hear me out, dog. Hear me out. This would be this is what we'd be looking at. We be looking at 4, 2 and 3 year and under players that we don't know what's going on with. Trading them for LeBron and one fucking shot at a championship. Like today, a shot at a championship.
Right.
Today.
With Golden State standing in your way.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, from lottery team for 5 years to immediately a championship contender today, I'm saying we don't know if these niggas is going to be a championship contender in 10 years. It looked like it. It always feels like when you got some new shiny toys, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we don't know we don't know if all 4 of them niggas together will ever be LeBron James today. You feel me? So it's something that you gotta fucking consider. And I put that out there as an extreme because nobody wants Carmelo on their damn team.
Facts.
But nigga, if that's what it took, dog, if LeBron came into the office right now and he told Magic Johnson, check this out, dog, I like Lonzo or I like fucking Brandon Ingram, or he picks one of them niggas, but the rest of these niggas got to fucking go, and I want my nigga D-Wade and I want my Banana Boat Crew niggas, and if you say that, then I'm coming over here and I'm signing it and all my niggas is coming with me. You mean it, nigga? I promise you, Magic Johnson's gonna look over. He gonna look over at fucking
I would have said
at Rob
fuck
Pelinka
out of here a long time ago before that conversation got that far.
You might have.
We done, bro. We done. Take that shit to the Clippers, brother.
You might, but I bet you, Magic Johnson will look over at Rob Pelinka and Rob will be like, man, hold up, we gotta hold on.
I don't know, bro. Rob is pretty smart, so
that's
I don't
what I'm saying. Rob will stall him out. Rob will stall him out and be like, man, we gotta talk about this shit. But Magic will start. I bet you, Magic will be like, I told you Showtime is back, nigga.
Hey, and you also told me your talk show was going to be good, and you might need to fall back, bro.
Ooh, hey, nigga, don't you say nothing bad about Magic Johnson. You're not around me, boy.
Hey, and speaking of Magic and Rob, they were brought in here for a specific reason, man, and we are actually in the midst of the reason why they're here. They're supposed to navigate these waters and bring fruition and success to the Lakers. So do you think there's a lot of pressure on the front office to land at least one of these free agents or some kind of big name through trade throughout this free agency period. You think that pressure is on that front office to do something?
Yes, nigga. The pressure is on real hard right now, actually. I want to say no because when it comes to numbers, when it comes to actual logic and cap flexibility, the Lakers shouldn't have any pressure at all. Them niggas are in a great position to where they can fucking just ride it out with these players like a lot of us, talk about from time to time. Oh, yeah, Lonzo's good. They're going to be tight. We just keep developing, and somebody's going to sign with us eventually. We might get Klay Thompson next year. After that, oh, shit, might get somebody else the next year. I mean, that could be a slow path towards greatness.
And I really wouldn't think that's all that bad, honestly.
Well, it's not. It's not.
At this point.
No, it's absolutely. It's not, man. We didn't came from years of tanking and fucked up Jimmy Bus bullshit. We're trending in the right direction right now, and we got money. So that's never a bad thing. But the way the shit has broke as far as media and public relations has happened right now, dog.
Sir.
Kawhi Leonard don't want to be on his team no more.
That puts a whole different spin on it.
Kyrie Irving is talking. I've heard is like not trying to be with Boston no more. Him not resigning was for financial reasons, but I heard that this nigga's kind of like straight over there because they can do good with it. He wants to be the man.
Boston can be like, yo, we might be kind of straight on you because we got Rozier over here for a lot less money, and we did good without your ass, and we don't even have Gordon Hayward. Yeah, and we still got cool assets over here.
Yep. And when Gordon Hayward come back up, we're really winning. So
so we can look at you side eye like, bro, we can get rid of you. You expendable.
So that puts Kyrie possibly on the market. Kawhi Leonard is very, very, very possibly on the market right now.
There's been rumblings of John Wall on the market.
Yep, John Wall. You got Paul George, a free agent. You got LeBron James, a free agent. And then you actually have all of the fallout that's going to happen amidst that. So even if the Lakers don't get one of them, some niggas are just going to start shuffling because it has to happen.
Out of necessity, yeah.
If the Lakers don't end up with some shit out of here, if they don't... Here, let me add one more thing. The Lakers very well could wait till free agency shakes out and all this crazy shit happens and be patient with their shit. And then at the end, LeBron goes to fucking Philadelphia and Paul George goes to damn Philadelphia with him or to the Rockets or whatever the fuck happens. There will be fallout of that. There will be some Ryan Andersons and JJ Redicks and Eric Gordons and people of that stature that'll be stuck. Yeah, that'll be, but very useful players that'll be stuck out there with no contracts because everybody don't have money. The Lakers got the most money in the NBA right now. So if they played it safe and waited for the fallout of all this crazy shit to happen, they might not get Kawhi Leonard and none of those big names, but they could probably fill their roster up with some dope ass players on the cheap. You know what I'm saying? Or as I alluded to in that article, take 1 year flyers on niggas that are looking to get their payday again, i.e. Isaiah Thomas or Boogie Cousins. You know what I'm saying? Them kind of 1 year deals and shit. Man, the Lakers are in a great position. But they got to have something, nigga. They got to, at the end of the season, they have to do something, dog. For the public, nigga, they're going to be looking like, man, y'all niggas trash. You couldn't do nothing in this atmosphere. It's whack.
Not in this day and time. And I'm glad you brought that up. Everybody go to our website, westcoastcrossover.com. Check out the article written by Jeremiah the Prophet on different roster moves that might sound crazy, but might actually work out. One thing that I got to call you out on, though, bro, as much as I love that article, I got to call you out. Man, look, speaking of going up to the line and crossing it, listen, man, enough is enough. Enough is a motherfucking enough.
I know what you're going to say, baby.
You better stop trying to shoehorn LiAngelo Ball onto the Lakers, dog. You got to stop this. It's madness.
Man, that was a joke. But that was somewhat of a joke. But what I meant by that whole thing altogether is that if the Lakers don't do shit in free agency at all, if they just say, fuck it, man, we're going to roll with the way it is. We're going to bring Randall back because the shit was looking better than it was before, and it'll look better again next year. And we're not spending money on nobody, man. I don't give a damn what you guys say. They very well could come back with the same Lonzo, Hart, Ingram, Kuzma, Randall,
Thomas,
and but and add in just 1 year deals, expiring contracts, and kind of low key fucking tank. I mean, it sounds crazy. But if they ball, they ball. If they don't, we're gonna have we have our pick that next year. You know what I'm saying? And in that kind of scenario, they might not give a fuck about having a nigga like that as a 12th man like LiAngelo Ball. So that's why I put that there.
Yeah. Anyway, you always looking for a reason to shoehorn him onto the Lakers, dog.
That's my nigga, dog.
Last thing
that's
I want, dog, is for LeVar Ball to actually have all three of these dudes on the same team.
Nigga, that's my dream scenario.
No.
That's my dream scenario.
We're going to always forever disagree on that. I'm cool. That's a nightmare to me. Hell no. Hell no. No facts.
Oh, man.
But speaking of the draft, man, we are going to be coming at you guys soon with another show in regards to who the Lakers could possibly be focusing on coming up in this upcoming draft. A lot of buzz going on around Lakers camp. Lakers looking for shooting, which was a problem at times last year. Also defense, but what team isn't looking for shooting and defense these days? Sounds like they're going to be looking for a perimeter type player, man. So we're definitely going to get to you guys with some information on some of those rookies coming up for the Lakers that will be eligible for draft by them. I definitely have Jeremiah the Prophet. He's going to be filling you in on that. Man, don't forget to check out that article on westcoastcrossover.com. Man, Prophet, let me kick it over to you. What else you got?
Man, that's about it, dog. You know, it's crazy how wild the landscape has gotten, man. I'm seeing fucking Stephen A. Smith's ball head every fucking 5 minutes talking all kind of shit, man. And so we will definitely be with you guys a lot more often in this off season than we have in the last couple weeks. So make sure you guys are staying tuned in and checking us out, man, so you can get all the updates on what's going on. I know y'all gonna be jonesing for basketball like we are, so let's talk about it. Make sure y'all leave comments, man. Leave comments with us. Tell us what you want us to talk about.
Facebook,
oh, yes. We all here, man.
It goes down in there. And don't forget to join us for that next episode. We're going to drop it on there when that will be coming out. Don't forget to go to westcoastcrossover.com. Check out the article written by Jeremiah the Prophet on different crazy roster scenarios for the Lakers. Don't forget, I am JD.
And I'm Jeremiah the Prophet. And we out this motherfucker, man.
Y esta invitación, lo invitamos a nuestra boda con su familia. Junior, Mía, Sandra, Mari,
Tu familia necesita comodidad de sobra para viajar más juntos, menos revueltos. Presentando el nuevo Lexus RX 350L y el RX 450HL híbrido, con tercera fila.
Arriende el RX 350L de 2018 con tracción en las 4 ruedas por $489 al mes por 36 meses con $3,999 al firmar.
Vive lo extraordinario en tu concesionario Lexus.
Llama al 1-800 USA Lexus para detalles de la oferta y precio. No todos califican. Oferta válida solo en la zona este y termina el 9 de julio de 2018.